And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. Getting ready to overhaul the south and north lines. I want to double these up, and as such, we're going to need to do a little shuffling of what lines are being used where, because we have two lines, one going southwest, one going southeast, and I'd like to utilize more of this station than we have right now. So it's going to be a little tricky to get these things on the right line. One of the things that we're going to do, I'm going to try to do anyway, is pause it right when this thing gets into the station, because we're going to need to shuffle these lines around a little bit. I've already got them doubled up right outside of town, both north and south. I've redone this to double them up as well. But this line here is actually going to go somewhere else, so we're going to pause it here. Okay, first we're going to get rid of the depots, just like that. Now it's going to be a little tricky, because over here I want to use these two lines on this side for the southeast direction, and then these two tracks in here for the southwest direction. So this has got to be removed right in here. And like I said in previous episodes, we're going to have no mercy when it comes to moving around in these cities. So this whole block, that whole block has got to go, because these are now going to be the direction that we're going to go, this way. Okay, and then this one, we're going to double this up, going out this way. Now this one's got to be doubled up, and we're going to swing it wide down to this way. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now for this area in here, the doubled up lines, this one here I've got to get rid of, and then use, basically, how do we want to do this? We're going to double these up. So I want another line here, another line here. This is going to take a few episodes probably to get right. So right in there, and then this one goes right in here. Okay, now let's go up here and make sure that we are doing this right. So these two lines coming up here, these are essentially where we're doubled up on this side. So I'm going to drag these back a little ways and make sure they're lined up right. So this track goes to this side. This track goes to this side. I might need to redo the bridge here too, because these are probably not going to make it through. Why are you not merged right up? You need to get merged right up into there. So there's that track. But this one's going to hit the bridge. I could see that coming. So we're going to need to take this section out of the bridge. It's one of the reasons why I paused it. Build that back, and then rebuild the bridge. That way the supports get rebalanced, removed, and everything is happy. So we're going to merge these right back up. And this one coming down. Because this, adding more trains onto these lines will increase the line frequency, and as well, move more people. And that's what we're trying to do. These towns here, we need to move way more people. So let's go down into this area here. This is going to be doubled up right in here. So let's get prepped for that. Right along this side here. That's kind of got a ways to go, so let's drag that out and try to keep that merged in, just like that. Now, is it gonna, it's probably gonna hit this bridge as well. We're gonna sneak in. Ooh, we snuck right through it. All right. It's good news. Okay, so that is doubled up all the way to the city on this side. And now we need to do the same over here. Where is a good spot? I'd like to double it up on the inside. Ooh, that's perfect, actually. Absolutely perfect. It's just what I wanted to be able to do. So right in here, we're gonna drag this one out. Continue this process all the way up. Oh, we got to dial it back a little bit. Game sort of lost its way. Continue this up until we meet up with this guy here. So the lines should be fine. You can see the lines show up just fine with the new setup. And we didn't change, we didn't need to shuffle anything over here. So the trains themselves are just fine. So now we need signaling. And this train here is coming in. And it's just about there. So we're fine on that side. On this side, we're gonna want to make sure we have signals on this side as well. So here and here. Let's dial this one back a little bit here and here. And then maybe a midpoint. And then let's see, into here. We don't really have a whole lot of choice. So we're going to... Oh, the traffic disappears. That's interesting. Okay, now that we're out of this area, we can put signals over here. I'm going to put one... I'm not going to put one in there. I'm going to put one back here. Because I don't want these trains to be too close together. So over here, same thing. I want it back a ways to make sure they space themselves out. And then in here, yeah, that should be fine. I'm liking that. The rest of the way, you know, is going to be closed off if the train is in the station, which is fine because that means this next train will stop and allow this, you know, they won't cluster up together as much as they used to. So we're going to need another set of depots on this, and I'm thinking doing it over here just because they'll be going the right direction. Actually, come to think of it, this train is just pulling into this station. I would really like to be able to push another train into this station here. But we don't really have to do that. So I'm just going to pull one coming off this way. And then pull one coming off this way. And that should be good. Let me make sure that... Okay, we can't do that, so I'm gonna have to go a little bit more gentle of a curve there. So there's one there. Spin that around, there's one there. Now I'm gonna start her up again, and that way we're gonna need another train to come over here. What color is this line? This is a green line. Yeah, it is indeed green. So we're gonna need another green by multiple units. Green. I don't know if bright green is the way to go or not, but this is the southwest commuter. There it is, southwest commuter. So you can kick off this train, the southeast commuter, is on its way, so we can actually build it. And I believe that's a green line. No, it's blue. Okay, so blue. And the flirt. And I'm going to wait a little bit. This is the southeast line. I'm going to wait a little bit to see. I want this train to go through a little bit. Maybe on its way, you know, as it's getting much closer to Bituminous Bear over here. So he is on his way. Okay, and he is actually pretty darn fast. So this is the southeast commuter. So I'm gonna jumpstart him right now. Let's look at the line frequency first. Let's go to southeast all the way down the line here. Southeast commuter is 5 minutes. So if we put this one on that same line, we should, yeah, we cut that in half or thereabouts. And now we should have quite the frequency on these lines, which is what we're going for. And why is this red? This should not be red. This should be blue. There we go. Is the other one red too? The other one should be green. Like a garter snake or something. Okay, little hitch. Where is the other one? I want to see if the other one took the color. No, that's a different line. No, it did not. So this one needs to be green. Not sure why they're not taking the color when I build them. I don't know if that's a new bug or what, but hoping that it's not a permanent thing. Ooh, look at the tools that we got here. Wow. Still low on steel. Yeah, steel is just refusing to cooperate. Either there's a surplus of iron or there's a surplus of coal. I'm thinking that the coal mine went off script there a little bit. So it looks like our construction material is doing okay. It looks like the upgrade is coming, which will help because we have 2,300 now that we're demanding, which should upgrade once and then it should upgrade again as it starts supplying all those, which hopefully will draw in more slag from this, which will increase steel production even more because it's just sort of little bits at a time right now. I'm not really sure what controls that, but I'm hoping that, you know, it's addressed. As this gets upgraded, I hope that we're starting to pull more and more slag out of there. Because I'll be able to then run some more in another city if I, you know, if it makes sense. I don't know what other cities would make sense to deliver construction material from way over here. I mean, Bituminous Bear has quite a good amount of industry around here. And what is his demand? 1,170. So he would be ideal. And there's even a line right here that I could pull, swing over somehow, and go right into the station and draw in some more supply that way. Looks like our logs. Oh, we got a lot of logs loading in here. It's crazy. They're loading so fast that look how fast they're coming into the station. Just crazy how fast that is. But yeah, we should be good. I mean, I'm producing quite a lot of iron and coal. But as far as delivery goes, this is tough. Tough to keep that supplied. But this should upgrade here. Got a few more months left. Lots of construction material. Looks like the Far East is getting the majority of it. Not sure why. But it's, you know, it's only able to make so much. So whatever gets delivered is fine. As it's making more, we'll see if there are problems. But if you look at Far East now, we're at 47%, which isn't bad. Considering we haven't upgraded that yet. And our trucks are just waiting. There's a new bug with the... I'm not sure if they changed how that works, but I'm going to have to look at the code and see if I need to update that mod, which would be unfortunate because I just uploaded it. Alright, how are airports doing? Airports are not doing good, but not doing bad either. I could add a third plane onto that, and that would increase the frequency of those lines. If we look at that, air, it's a 5-minute frequency, but it's making money. Look at that, 16 million it's made so far this year, and that's good. Ooh, look at all the construction material down here. Wow. Still no fuel. Where is my fuel going? Come on. There we go. See, it's 0 fuel. Where is my fuel at? Oh, there's... This is Eastish. It's all going to Eastish, it looks like. South fuel bulk, that's what I'm going for. I want as much as that as possible. And this thing is not even blinking. It's not even being pushed very much at all. The setup where it drops off to go elsewhere didn't seem to work out very well. I was hoping it would have worked out a little bit better. So far so good on our lines here. We are increasing our frequency, and hopefully that draws a few more people to use those lines. And now we need to start on the same sort of deal going north. So first things first, take out the depots and then figure out the best way of merging these in together here. So I'm going to take these away. And then we're going to double up the track here. And then these are going to come down into this. This one's going to come down into that. So there's how we're going to split that up, because we're using these two, or at least one of them. We're using one of them with one to spare for goods. But we just need to make sure the trains... See, this train is way over here, so if I move that track around, it might be bad. So I'll have to wait a few minutes for that to settle down, and we'll tackle that next episode. So that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.